no need to fight. Winners walk in soft embrace, no battle scars, no deadly taste. Silent shadows trace the ground. In this silence we are bound. Greatest victory found with ease. No need to fight, no need to seize. Silent shadows trace the ground. In this silence we are bound. Greatest victory found with ease. No need to fight, no need to seize. In the still night whispers float. In the quiet heartbeats slow. No clash, no roar, just silence. In the shadows battles won. I see through foggy veils. No swords to raise, no cries to wail. Victory's touching ghostly hue. Darkness glows a pale blue. Silent shadows trace the ground. In this silence we are bound. Greatest victory found with ease. No need to fight, no need to seize. Creeping through the twisted wood. Echoes shards where warriors stood. Just a breath, just a wish. No more war, no final fist. Wisdom whispers in the night. Strength in peace, no need to fight. Winners walk in soft embrace. No battle scars, no deadly taste. Silent shadows trace the ground. In this silence we are bound. Greatest victory found with ease. No need to fight, no need to seize. Silent shadows trace the ground. In this silence we are bound. Greatest victory found with ease. No need to fight, no need to seize. In the still night whispers float. In the quiet heartbeats slow. No clash, no roar, just silence. In the shadows battles won. I see through foggy veils. No swords to raise, no cries to wail. Victory's touching ghostly hue. Darkness glows a pale blue. Silent shadows trace the ground. In this silence we are bound. Greatest victory found with ease. No need to fight, no need to seize. Creeping through the twisted wood. Echo shards where warriors stood. Just a breath, just a wish. No more war, no final fist. Wisdom whispers in the night. Strength in peace, no need to fight. Winners walk in soft embrace. No battle Greatest victory found with ease. No need to fight, no need to cease. In the still night, whispers float. In the quiet, heartbeat slow. No clash, no roar, just silence. In the shadows, battles won. I see through foggy veils, no swords to raise, no cries to wail. Victory's touching ghostly hue. Darkness glows a pale blue. Silent shadows trace the ground. In this silence we are bound. Greatest victory found with ease. No need to fight, no need to cease. Creeping through the twisted wood, echo shards where warriors stood. Just a breath, just a wish. No more war, no final fist. Wisdom whispers in the night. Strength and peace, no need to fight. Witness walk in soft embrace, no battle scar.
All right, good morning, everybody. Welcome to another episode of the Shattered World Let's Play. I apologize for the delay, but we are now here. So, with me as always, actually, one second. Let me make sure everybody can hear me. All right, everybody can hear me. Cool. So, if you guys want to introduce yourselves once again.
Well, go ahead.
I'm Danielle playing Colette.
I'm Crimson playing. I'm Fee playing Crimson.
That's right, Crimson playing Fee. It's a new game.
Yes, it is new game. Need more coffee.
Oh shit.
And I'm Super playing Ymir.
Alright. So. Hey, Time. How you doing? Oh, fuck all. Alright. Sorry. This is going to be a super professional stream. As always, we are
With no yawning at all.
No yawning. Should have gone to fucking church. Anyway. Oh. Not because I think it'd wake me up, but because I think the smiting would be a good nap.
It would wake you up
know,
inside.
right?
I don't want to wake up inside. I don't want to hold the seven sorrows.
God, I love that movie.
Yeah, if any of you have never seen Bullet Train, go watch Bullet Train. It will absolutely get you in the mind for the Shattered World and just gaming in general. For those...
Go ahead, Alan, sorry.
No, you're good. For those of you familiar with Vampire the Masquerade, the basic plot is a Bruja vampire goes to anger management, it works, and then he goes on one last job. That's basically the plot of Bullet Train. It's so fucking stupid, it's great.
I also have something that you might enjoy for the feel of Shattered Worlds. It's a new video by Starset called Dystopia.
Yeah.
It's really, really good. You need to check it out, man.
Nice. I will. You said it was called Dystopia by Starset?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Even the video gives a whole feel.
Let me make a note of that, and I will have to check that shit out after the stream.
Oh, I can't use the Mr.
So, you should be able to use the happy and angry.
Oh, I had to click on a button. Which one is that?
So,
Rockstar.
Yep. For those of you watching, I've started setting up emotes. There are a couple, including the Rockstar and Ninja, that you have to be a subscriber to use. Again, I'm still trying to figure out all this Twitch shit, so...
You're doing a great job.
Thank you, thank you. Oh, fuck me. We're gonna pause for just a minute, because there's one thing I forgot to do. Hold, please.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, I'm sorry. I'm a professional, y'all. You fucking knew this.
God.
We're all professionals.
We're all professionals. Like,
It's the professionalism that I respect.
that's right. Professionalism and baby Ruths.
Baby Ruth? My other one was
Hello.
from
Goonies?
no, well yeah, Sloth is from Goonies, but I mean my other one was from Little Shop of Horrors.
Oh god.
Oh, that's
It-
cool.
The dentist scene.
Oh, that's right. I remember now.
Mhm.
I love these emotes. These emotes are fantastic.
Yes.
I want the happy one tattooed on me somewhere. Of course, I'd have to give copyrights to Alan.
I'd
They're just
appreciate
so
that.
small. It's so hard to see them.
Look. Alright, we switched that. Tabletop Simulator is the closest one. Alright, good morning everybody. So, ignore the fact that I'm doing a second intro. That is because... Oh shit, I also need to change the category I'm streaming this in. For those of you who are expecting Cyberpunk, this is not Cyberpunk. I know it's hard to tell. But... we are now fully professional. So, I am streaming on both Twitch and TikTok. My TikTok did finally go through. So, greetings, Chinese corporate overlords, along with my American corporate overlords. Thank you for your patronage. I love you all. Please don't evict me. So, this is the Shattered World for my new... That's right, everyone panic. It could be Shadowrun. It's still Cyberpunk. We're going old school and fucking with everybody in the channel and doing the tabletop RPG version. Fuck you.
The Shattered Run.
The Shattered Run. Oh god, now my brain goes the Sharded Run, and I don't want that associated with my game, so we're gonna move on.
Too late, you said it.
Too late.
Somebody
I
clip him.
fucking said
Clip
it.
him.
Don't clip me. Don't time if you do that. I swear to Christ.
Time we can always count on you.
Time, do not. They will never find your body.
If I could turn back time.
time.
You can't turn back time. I eated him. That's right. Remember who's the DM in your game.
Who's the GM? Oh, well, you know what?
That's
You gotta
right.
remember who the party is.
I ain't
I've-
scared of no god.
You gonna be.
Mm-mm.
I am a cruel but merciful God.
That doesn't make sense. 0%.
Exactly.
My
You need more
mercy,
sleep.
my mercy is paid for. So for those
Mr.
of
Bitey,
you,
the god of oxymorons.
that's
He has
right.
a very fey understanding of mercy.
Look. You make potion, one person stops screaming. I make potion, whole room stops screaming. More efficient. So, for those of you just joining our stream, this is the Shattered World Tabletop RPG. This is our own tabletop RPG that we are creating. Also, side note, good man time. I appreciate that. Don't clip. But this is our new tabletop RPG. I fuck you.
Spoke too soon.
Oh, time. There, you're gonna rue the fucking day, my friend. Rue it.
Bitey, I don't know if you're aware of this, but you have control over your clips. And if they're moved,
Hey,
you can
that's
delete
good to
them.
know.
What? Why would you say that, Super?
Super. Gain 10 experience points.
Oh, oh, is that what this is?
I say, yeah, I guess it is.
Huh.
Hey, you know what? Gain 15 experience point. No,
Did you know if you pour your monster onto your keyboard, you don't have to look at any of this ever again?
Oh, that's only
Life
because...
hacks.
Life hacks. Follow me for more. So, god damn it,
Like and
cat.
subscribe.
Oh, and my co-DM has jumped up on the counter and tried to lay directly on the fucking keyboard.
Don't tell on me.
What are you doing? Why are you purring? All right, so again, for those of you who are just driving, fuck me. For those of you just joining, this is the Shattered World. This is our tabletop RPG that we are working on finishing up. It will be available for purchase. Hold please. Too many buttons.
Yes, make cone head noises at it. That'll make it better.
Yes. Okay. All right, cool. And you should not hear me fucking doing shit. So, this is the Shattered World. This is our custom tabletop RPG that will be available for purchase late spring, early summer this year. This is a modern fantasy tabletop RPG. It is a 2d12 base system, classless. Players take on the role of enhanced agents as they are, in this scenario, attempting to find out what happened at this mall and locate and then either stabilize or close a tear, which is a rip in reality. Oh, I do not like that tool, Time. That is a bad tool.
Cool time.
Time's about to turn the fuck back.
I need to get more coffee, guys. I'll be right back. I'm sorry.
Take your time. Take your time. I get paid by the hour. I don't actually get paid yet, but hey.
I mean, technically, you get paid depending on how often you have your ads set up.
I do. Thank God for that.
And if you have them set up to go off once every hour, you do technically get paid by the hour.
I do technically get paid by the hour. It's only like 30 cents, but I get fucking paid.
Yeah.
Alright. Buttons everywhere, but not a one for me.
I have returned.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Welcome back. What, isn't that a song?
Yeah, it's welcome back, Cotter.
Yep.
Mm.
Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back.
For those Gen Z and Alpha joining us, that's an old show.
Shit, I'm a millennial and it's still an old show.
Yeah.
Speak for yourself, Alan.
I am speaking for myself. I'm an elder millennial. I was born in the 80s. That show was in the fucking 70s. I think it was in the 70s.
Maybe. It sounds like a 70s show.
It does. Yeah, 75 to 79. I definitely did not get distracted and look it up. So, again, for those of you just joining and viewing, this is a stream of utmost professionalism and definitely not a stream full of a bunch of ADHD motherfuckers.
And one schizophrenic.
Hey.
I'm undiagnosed and therefore unmedicated.
That's right.
Oh, I'm medicated.
I'm fucking medicated. It ain't helping, but I'm medicated.
Self-medicated on nicotine, caffeine, and cannabis.
That's
Right.
right.
I also have anxiety, so I've got to be careful about the caffeine.
Yes. All right, so let me get back to the right. Fun fact, if you try to move things when you have the stream pulled up and you're clicking on the tab that is the stream and not Foundry itself, nothing fucking moves.
Yeah, you can't move things by clicking on the Twitch stream. I've tried.
Yes.
I've tried.
Today we have learned. That is what learning sounds like. Alright, so. Boop boop. Boop boop. Boop boop. Alright, super. If you could do me a favor real quick, check Facebook Messenger. I'm sending you a message about you specifically.
Oh. This is about me specifically?
Yes.
Just clarifying. Okay.
So quiet.
Buddy's typing.
Yeah, sorry.
Good.
Hunt and peck, hunt and peck.
Fuck you, fuck you. No, Let me know if that makes sense.
Got it.
Cool. So, right buttons. Can you guys see the map? Lighting is working okay?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Awesome. So, as we mentioned before, this mall was part of a revitalization program about 10 years ago. The mall was basically divided into 4 sections. The mall itself is already divided into 4 sections based around a central hub, central food court. One of the wings is basically residential. It was turned into a shitload of apartments. One of the wings is the wing you guys are currently in, is the quote-unquote shopping district.
Okay.
Emor, as you were looking on your security cameras, the grocery store known as the Everfull Feast, every time you try to look at it, you realize that A, the cameras in it aren't working. But B, like when you try to go back in the footage, you know when the tear opened. There were people shopping in the grocery store, as one does. And for about 20 minutes before the tear opened and the event occurred, all the footage has been scrubbed. It just ends.
What? So I can see when it opened,
Yep.
but the footage just jumps from like timestamp 20 minutes before it opened to it opened.
It goes from open, goes through the day till about 20 minutes before the tear, and then it cuts from about 20 minutes tear to now.
Huh. Okay. Man, it's like kind of like this tear was planned, guys.
Yeah, you think so?
I don't see
No.
how, but I can't think of another explanation for footage being deleted like this.
Of course it was.
Without having to roll, all of you know. Sorry to interrupt. This is mostly for the new listeners. Tears, no one knows how they open. No, that's like one of the reasons why enhanced agents are sent to them, not just to stabilize them, but to try and get readings as well. It's a big desire / fear that someone will learn how to control these or open them on command. As of right now, that is thought to be impossible.
That's terrifying.
But please continue. You guys were doing great RP.
Was
I fucked it up. I
Were.
know. Were. So, what you are saying, Emor, is absolutely logical. It makes sense. I'm not saying that Emor is wrong in thinking that. I'm pointing out the ramifications if he is right.
That's what Emer's trying to do.
Yeah. So, continue, please. Sorry.
So, hearing this, Colette is, well, I'm just going to say what she's thinking because she's probably not going to say much out loud, but she basically is like, it sounds kind of like a tinfoil hat type theory. But weirder things have happened.
Father is full of shit.
Well, maybe we should go in there and see what's going on. That's what we're supposed to do, and see if there's any civilians.
But if we don't make it back out, nobody's gonna know.
Yeah, that is true.
How would we keep communication with the outside world? That went really German, sorry.
It's okay.
I should have made her Russian.
Oh my god.
No, you're right.
I think before we go in, we should all send an email to our bosses.
Okay. Can we use your little See?
You could use any one of the computers around here. I'll get you set up if you need to, but
I do have a question,
Um,
Bitey. Was a cell phone something that we were
Yes.
supposed to equip? Because I just
So,
take it for granted that I
yeah.
have one.
Yeah, same.
So, out of character, yes, cell phones and all that shit. And thus the heroic adventurers drafted an email. Look, dumber shit has happened. This is still heroic. It is a heroic email. It has exclamation points that somehow I got nothing. Anyway,
Mhm.
assume you
Warmest
guys
regards.
warmest regards to whom it may concern. Um this is the fireball email.
Hmm.
So, assume we will be going over gear again later, but assume you guys have basic electronics, cell phone, etc. If you want anything more than that, let me know and we will work it out.
When you say basic cell phones, are we talking like flip phones or smartphones?
Smartphones.
Okay, thank
Um
God.
so the Shattered World, again for my new listeners, Shattered World is set basically in present day. So 2020, 2024, 2025, right? Like now.
I'm
and,
just
and if
showing
it becomes common to have holographic uh, ocular implants in the next 100 years, then it'll be set then too. But
Yep.
Imir has learned, if there's one thing Imir has learned about being an accountant, it's to get everything in writing.
Yes. Fucking
Okay.
narc.
Well, then can you set up some of these computers? No, never mind.
Just send your boss an email and say, I have reason to believe that this tear was planned somehow. That's all you need to do.
Yep.
Done.
Then it's in writing.
Did it.
So,
Done.
fees specifically. Check Messenger.
Me?
Yes.
Oh,
I'm
God.
gonna do the same thing to both my boss, my direct report, like who I report directly to, and the people who put me up on this on the little tasks that they gave me.
And in my organization, whoever I was told to report to is who I send an email to.
Perfect. Does that make sense? What's up?
Yes, it does. Guys, I'd like to get some readings on these tears first.
You can have a mint. $20.
Reading.
It's not $20.
Yeah, readings on the tears. And I pull out a little device.
Awesome. So, the little device that Crimson pulls out looks like a slightly bigger cell phone. It's not quite like Nokia brick sized, but it's about halfway between a like the slim cell phones you guys have and one of the older thick ass ones.
Mm-hmm.
When Crimson starts using it, Crimson, I need you to make for me a mental acuity plus athletics check.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Or, I'm sorry, resolve. Resolve plus athletics.
And that's just fee.
Just fee.
Oh. I have to space it, don't I?
You're okay. So, while Fee's doing that, for my new listeners, right as I say that, they roll. Okay, cool. 18.
18.
Perfect. So, again, for my new listeners, All rolls are handled basically the same, whether that's resisting an effect, whether it's shooting a demon, whatever. It's 2d12 plus the associated attribute. So in this case, resolve, plus the appropriate skill. In this case, athletics. So 2d12 plus 5. That's what Fee rolled. That's what Crimson got. All rolls are handled the same. Simple, easy, streamlined. So, as you pull it out and start activating it, your whole arm that you're holding this thing in for just a fraction of a second goes numb. Again, for my new listeners, in this world, I know it's a common trope in urban fantasy, modern fantasy, for tech to be over here and magic to be over here. Pretend you can see that I'm stretching my arms far apart.
Got pretty long arms too.
Right. The magic people are always in hiding and they don't really go out with society. In the Shattered World, that's different. Magic has not only always existed, but it's always been known to exist. The most powerful magical families in the world are capital F families. They tend to have the political power in their regions. One of the organizations that players can join is largely made up of members of the family. It's the Ardor of the White Eye. And their whole premise is, we are not mere kings and queens. We're not that little. So, this device that Crimson just pulled out, you can't buy a toaster that doesn't have at least a little bit of arcane power behind it. Fee, when Crimson pulls this out, your whole arm goes numb for just a fraction of a second from the sheer power of this device.
Damn.
It's like that feeling where if an engine is rattling bad and you put your hand on it, it'll make your arm numb for a second, or like the part of your hand where it touches.
Yeah.
Same principle.
Now this is the thing I'm holding or the tear?
It's the thing you're holding.
Okay, that's what I thought. Sorry.
Yes. No, you're good. Now, this will not locate the tear. That's why we don't keep cell phones in our bras. Yeah, me neither. But joking aside, again, do you have any ranks in craft?
Me?
Yes.
Hold on. No, I do not.
Okay, so you just do not have the technical, nor do you have any ranks in tech usage. Okay, so you just don't have the craftsmanship knowledge or tech knowledge to know whether this thing is emitting so much power because it was shittily put together or because it just has that much juice. But it is what it is at this point. So, after a second, you're not sure whether you adjust to it or whether it calms down. But it immediately starts taking readings. It will take you about a minute to gather readings. You can do this yourself. You can pass it to someone that's more technologically gifted.
But I think I'll pass it to Emor.
Okay. Before you do, make for me mental acuity plus tech. I know you don't have tech.
Are you killing me?
And if I could open
I gotta
the right
level
character
up.
sheet. I did remind me, last session I did give you guys XP, right?
Yeah, but I
Uh,
don't think we
yeah, I didn't,
I haven't spent it yet.
Okay,
I didn't do anything with it either.
cool.
Mental acuity, that's...
We will do that this week and be ready for next session.
We sure will.
Oh no.
Oh,
Oh
man.
wow.
Come on.
Hey, it's not a 0.
Oh, bite me, bitey.
That is my name. So, you start pushing buttons. You have the instructions memorized.
Mm-hmm.
And it is very... So for any of my listeners that are U.S. military or former U.S. military, it is very Marine proof. It is very idiot proof. It's... I'm also a veteran. They know why I'm saying how I'm saying it. They fucking know. Don't worry. The Air Force is just as bad. We are also idiots. We just...
Air Force.
Hey, I'm sorry I was smart enough to join the branch that let me deploy to a fucking Motel 6 instead of the desert. My bad. Next time, if the Marine would spell his name correctly, he too could join the Air Force. Unfortunately, he didn't. So,
God, bite me.
Oh, he couldn't spell his name correctly. He ate the crayons first.
you know what? I get that those things are tempting. Colored wax is tasty. Marines, I love you all. But
This is purely joking.
this is purely joking. Much love, much love. Stop eating my fucking crayons and I'll stop making jokes. I'm trying to draw, damn it. Alright, so. Right button. Alright. You know you're following the directions correctly, but when you started it, it was saying like 1 minute till reading, and then you pushed what you know were the next steps, and suddenly it says 5 minutes.
Son of a bitch.
And that should not happen. So you said you're going to pass it to Emor.
Yeah.
All right.
Emor, here. Look.
Emor's got his hands out like, yes, please. Yes, please.
Here, I'm having issues with this man. They don't... These people don't know what they're doing.
I'm gonna take it and I'm gonna look at you and I'm gonna say I just need to hook it up to my tablet so that I can make sure that I understand the technology.
Dad, can you beat this
download
level for
everything
me?
from the tablet.
And then I'm gonna pull out a USB cord to hook it up to my tablet with.
Oh my god. I'm gonna get in so much trouble.
Yeah, you are.
All right, so you are going to hook it up to your tablet. I want you to immediately, let me look at your sheet real quick to see if you can do what I think you're trying to do because you're a bastard.
And in the meantime, Colette is kind of hovering aloofly, like she doesn't actually care, but she does care because she wants to see if there's anything she needs to report on.
Yes. You have tech. You do not have security. Perfect. So, Emor, go ahead and make a mental acuity plus tech. And then while all this is going on, Colette, I want you to make for me mental acuity plus perception.
Yeah.
All right. Jesus Christ.
I see all.
All right. So.
Whoa.
1 sec.
That's one away from a max score.
Oh my god.
So
Jesus,
this
Sonny.
Both of us.
Super.
Before we continue, I do want to point something out for my listener, or for the new listeners and new watchers. As you noticed, This is, again, a 2d12 system. That means some of the rolls can be very swingy. Please notice, the first attempt was a 5. The second attempt was a 30. And yes, there was a difference in the bonuses. One moment. What's up, little bud? Yeah, absolutely. You need help or you got it? Okay. Now, hey, before you use that to drink out of, we have to wash it. Okay? Perfect. Alright, I am back. Sorry about that. So, as I was explaining, you'll notice that the rolls can be swingy. That is by design. As I mentioned, number one, this is a classless system. It's common in level-based systems like your D&Ds, your Pathfinders, etc., for you to basically out-level early threats. Like, you're going to come to a point where goblins are no longer a challenge, regardless of how many I throw at you. You're going to come to a point where kobolds no longer scare you, unless they're the Tucker variety. But, in the Shattered World, if you don't work together, you could be an elite agent, and if you let your guard down, you can still get your shit rocked. Number two, there are a lot... Right? Number two, there are a lot of abilities that are based around the idea of teamwork. An agent cannot, for any significant amount of time, stand up to the threats of this world. This is not a solo player game. This is a cooperative storytelling game. The game mechanics are designed for you to work together. For instance, there's a early ability called Battle Analysis, where you can, on the first turn of combat, give one of your allies a bonus to a check of their choice equal to your mental acuity. Emor, what's your mental acuity?
4.
That's a free +4 bonus to one check, as an example.
Yeah,
that's a
pretty
huge
good.
bonus.
Yeah.
And again, that's by design. When your characters work together, that is how you survive. Can you play a game where your players are assholes to one another and you're sniping and backbiting and engaging in Vampire the Masquerade style intrigue and politics? Absolutely you can. That's fun. However, know that there are repercussions. The world is dangerous.
Even the Starlight Network's field agent manual says you don't have to like your teammates, but you have to live.
That's right.
Thanks, Dad.
That's right. You know what sucks more than your teammates? Dying.
Basically.
That is the other thing. When players are created, there are 8 organizations that you can join at character creation. You have to join one of them. Some of the organizations, the stereotypical member of Organization A and the stereotypical member of Organization B may absolutely hate each other, loathe each other. I will shoot you in the head in the street. I wouldn't piss on you if you were on fire, right? Like, that kind of hatred. But if they're put together on a mission, they're going to work together, because the alternative is
dying.
Yes. To quote the great Egon, it would be bad. But
all I can see is Egon.
Egon was always my favorite.
Halloween.
Yes, Egon was always my favorite Ghostbuster. I know that will come as a complete shock to everyone who has ever seen me or talked to me, but
Ray's my favorite.
Ray's solid.
Oh, Ray, Egon.
The fuck?
I loved Egon.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
I was an Aegon girly too.
Oh, God bless you. And Time, have you ever thought that maybe you're the one that sucks? With all your clipping of stuff. Anyway,
It's peer
joking aside.
pressure.
Fuck you. Fuck you and peer pressure. Fuck all of y'all. So, again, ladies and gentlemen, the streaming professionalism. That is what we all came here for. Oh, I hate myself. So
That's evident.
yes. So, Emor, I will do you first and then Colette.
Oh, I mean, we could do us both at the same time. I would be okay with that.
You know what? We're going to have to change the requirements of this stream. If you are under 18, hop off now.
No, we need the viewers.
Yeah, but
Oh my God,
we'll just
no.
no. We'll just fade to black.
No.
We'll embrace and fall to the bed, and then the lights go off automatically or whatever.
I love you
Yeah.
very much, but you may want to think about how what you just said can be. Why isn't anybody clipping that shit?
Yeah, don't.
Yeah,
Because
don't
I'm
clip
cute
that
and
shit.
adorable.
Yeah, you can fuck yourself. I can't be punished. I'm cute and adorable. Oh, my sweet summer child. My daughter said that to me a while ago. I can't be punished. I'm cute and adorable. Ho ho ho! You about to learn. Anyway, back on topic. Yay. So, Emor first and then Colette. Emor, this thing was absolutely idiot proof. You don't know what Crimson did. But
He
you
sounds like everyday life.
immediately get it going.
Sorry.
It really sounds like everyday life.
We love you, Crimson.
It's just like you had it upside down and it was off.
He's just shaking his head, yes. He's just shaking his head, yes.
Oh my God. It reminds me, I got called out back when I was working tech. I got called out for a job and somebody said their laptop wasn't working. And it was a deal where they had to plug it into a hard point. So all the cables were there. They just had to put the laptop in its little holder, plug the cables in. And this was back in the early 2000s when all the laptop plugs were fucking color-coded and size and shape coordinated. I get called out because this guy's laptop isn't working, and he's pissed. Like, it's broken, it's not working, this is a piece of shit, I don't like it. And he had plugged in every cord into the wrong hole and upside down.
That takes
So he
dedication.
forced
Yeah.
Because those things have little pins.
Yes.
And now nothing
And
works properly.
the correct terminology
It wouldn't fit,
is...
so he just cut the pins off.
Right. The correct terminology is those things had little pins, not have.
Shit.
That was past tense. But yeah.
I'm not that bad.
Right. Like, anytime I feel stupid working with tech, I look that.
I'll remember that from now on, too.
That's true, Time. You are absolutely better than that guy was. Absolutely. Fucking rock star. So. Ow.
We all want it.
Time, Time, you're not doing this. Emor, you are doing this.
Yes.
Fuck all. So, you start, we can talk about that. So, uh-oh.
Oh, where'd the... Oh, is this ads in progress? Nope, there it
Maybe.
is.
Did it pop back up?
Yes, it did.
There it goes. Okay.
I was gonna
Nope,
say,
it went away.
was that little thing in the corner that says intended for certain audiences always there?
Yes.
Okay. Phew.
All right. Give me 1 second. Y'all may lose me for just a second, but...
I can't bear it.
Yeah, you can. All right, we're going to see if that keeps it going. So... Emor, you hook it up to your laptop, and you get it working almost immediately. In fact, you get it working so quickly and so efficiently that the little timer, you had glanced at it when Crimson passed it over, and it said 5 minutes. It's now saying about 30 seconds.
Oh, okay.
It's like
You are
dial-up.
just right. You are just flying through. It's already starting to get readings. It's just at the compiling and not compiling, but analyzing stage, if that makes sense. However, when you attempt to do other things, like download it, you are immediately hit with a firewall program.
Yes.
Well, damn.
You do not have the required level of proficiency in order to do this.
Ha ha ha.
Again, for my new listeners, skills run on a scale of 1 to 7. Technically 0 to 7. 0 means you have no training in the skill. You're going to hear me use 3 terms: rookie, specialist, pinnacle. So if you have 1 or 2 ranks in a skill, you are a rookie. You're basically a flashlight holder, right? You're the guy. You're going to class for this skill. You're figuring it out. You've picked up a little bit. Like if it's athletics, you have started training on how to do a 5K, but you're not able to do a 5K yet. That's rank 1, rank 2. Rank 3 is competent. That's not an official name, but rank 3 is the average person who does this day to day as their job. Specialist is rank 4. Not only are you capable of making a day-to-day living using that skill, but you've started to specialize. You're no longer just training to run. You're training to be a sprinter. You're training to do fucking 401, not 401ks, God.
So
You
since
know
I
what I
have
mean.
like a 4 in survival, I'm like up there.
Yes. So
Cool.
you are better than the average person when it comes to survival. You could absolutely make a living as like a wilderness guide. And you've started to specialize, so you're not just great at general wilderness survival, but you're the one I go to talk to if I want to talk about surviving in a desert environment or an Arctic environment more than normal.
Okay.
I would
I understand it a
absolutely,
little better now.
yes, I would absolutely run that marathon time. 7, the max ranks you can have, is known as pinnacle. The way I always explain it is if I have a 7 in performance, right? I'm a composer. When we're talking about, like 18th century, your Beethovens, your Bachs, your Mozarts, when we're composing the list of who the best composer is, you and I might not agree that Beethoven or Bach is better. But we all agree that both Beethoven and Bach deserve to be on that fucking list. That is
Right.
pinnacle. When we're talking about the best survivalists of our generation, we may not all agree that Crimson, when they get 7 in survival, is the best survivalist of our generation. But Crimson
Yes,
is
I
on
am.
Crimson is on everybody's list.
Hell yeah.
We may not all agree that whoever is the best boxer, right? The best unarmed specialist, but we all agree they are on the fucking list. That is pinnacle.
Right on.
So, God damn you, cat.
Wow.
Right, the fucking cat got upset I wasn't petting him, knocked something off my desk, got freaked out at the sound of the thing being knocked off my desk, jumped off me, clawing me, and then glared at me for having the audacity to be hurt by his claws because he was freaked out by his action. Stupid fucking cat. No brain cells. Just like your father. Alright, so.
Be kind to yourself. You have
No.
come
Be kind to yourself. You have come, and then cut off.
It's over now.
It's over now. You've done it. You survived.
You can't hurt him anymore.
Poor dude gets beat. Oreo, fuck! I'm trying to reach for my mouse to, switch tabs, and he's pushing my hand away from the mouse. Like, no, father, my head is here. Pet me.
Mm-hmm.
God.
We need a decoy human.
Right. Just gonna go buy a fucking mannequin. That won't freak me out at 2 a.m.
No, don't do that.
That would freak me out.
The mannequin says hello. That's not creepy.
My mom had a giant cutout from the store she used to work out as the Nutty Professor, okay? My
Oh my
dog
God.
hated that
Oh,
thing.
fuck that. So.
Hercules, Hercules, Hercules.
Oh.
I would hate that thing too.
Right. So, let me pull up Emor Dead's Now character sheet so you guys can see. While Emor has technology, the R, the S, and the P, Rookie, Specialist, Pinnacle. Security, they don't have any ranks in, any aptitude, and they're not at least a Rookie, a Specialist, or a Pinnacle, so they don't get to make that check to try and crack the security. So, and again, for my listeners on TikTok or Twitch, if I say anything that's confusing, doesn't make sense, feel free to say something. Let me know. We're all learning here. Even me. And I made the game. But that is what you do, Emor. Does all that make sense?
So I'm able to hook it up and get it rolling and where I need it to be, but I can't download the
Right.
software or get into the machine in any capacity at all.
Right. You are able to access the basic user interface and nothing else. Okay.
Oh yeah, I don't see an ad on my end.
I got an
Wait,
ad.
now I do. Now I do.
I see Jeff Goldblum, sexy man.
I am watching an ad for H&R Block that I have a window open with H&R Block in already.
Nice.
No, I have H&R Block.
It's working.
I look over and my daughter is like Spider-Man perched over the heating vent. Yes, we all need warmth.
But sometimes we just might try to get the heat from a vent that produces heat. And we just go next to it's our land, it's our mark to get warm.
Hey, little butt, are you watching your AFMAO? So go watch your AFMAO. There is a heating vent right over there if you want a creepy Spider-Man perch there too. I love you.
Okay, you're back, I think.
Alright.
Yeah.
We should be back for everybody. Thank you, Time, for the 30 cents. I appreciate it. Money! God bless our capitalist system.
It's part of the 401k marathon.
That's right. Remember, it's not a sprint. We love you for your scraps, corporate overlords. Thank you for giving us this and teaching us patience.
Piss on our heads and call it trickle-down economics.
Right. If you gave us all the money at once, we'd misspend it and we'd do stupid stuff. So I understand. Thank you for teaching us patience and deliberation and not just hoarding it for yourselves to make fucking even more money. Anyway, I'm gonna get demonetized like a son of a bitch. It's okay, I'll just give a Roman salute and that'll make everything better.
Yikes.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
If I ever do that shit, shoot me. Like,
You
we
wouldn't be,
will.
though. You wouldn't be, though.
I know.
Absolutely, you wouldn't. That's
It
not
would be
you.
like the way to find out that you were body snatched.
Right.
Yep.
God. All I can think of is that scene from fucking Terminator. What's your favorite style salute? It's a Roman salute, honey. Your mother is dead. Anyway, so Emor, that's what you discovered. You as soon as you try, like, you know how to get past the UI interface, what should get you past the UI interface, but every time you do, it just glitches out and takes you right back to the user interface. None of your little tricks are enough to get past the security system. So, Colette, with your fucking 90
Million.
or whatever it was, 28.
Mhm.
Okay. I almost said 30, but that was Emor's roll. So,
I'll take it.
yeah, you will. So,
Wow.
I don't know this man.
I need an adult. But Gohan, I'm an adult. No. No, you are not.
Dragon Ball Z abridged. I love it.
God bless it. The abridged
So
should
good.
not be more popular than the original show, but it is, and for good fucking
It-
reason.
Yeah. I like the original show too, but
Mhm.
the abridged is something special. That's
Yes. For all its flaws, and for how much I think it fucked up Dragon Ball Super, like the lead up to Super. I'm not going to get into that. We're good. We're going to be back. We're going to
I
focus.
love Super. Don't you? I love Dragon Ball Super.
I love Super too. It had some good moments. It had some bad moments, but that's just anime.
Can I just say
for sure. I
something?
had some cliche moments.
It was the
Yes.
only one I ever saw.
I like Super. I recommend it to this day. When I'm when I'm looking for examples of good subversion of expectations, when I'm teaching DMs and shit how to DM, which is something I do know how to do, I promise. Not that this stream gives any evidence of that, but when I'm teaching people like how to subvert expectations in a good way, the Goku versus Kefla fight is the example I give of that. Fuck Game of Thrones. The Goku versus Kefla fight is the best example of subverting expectations successfully and doing it just chef's fucking kiss. That being said, a lot of the things that Dragon Ball Z Abridged did kind of took off with the community and overshadowed the original characters.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Makes sense.
For a
But-
second, I thought you were humming Amazing Grace.
No, I wasn't. It almost sounded like it though, didn't it?
Right?
Mhm.
Kind of like the first two notes.
Next
Who says
bat-
we didn't go to church today?
I know.
Mhm.
That does not
Yes,
count as
ma'am.
church. I don't care how often you say, oh God.
I think you will find that it does.
Fucking French girls.
Why is that? Whatever.
Excuse
Whatever.
me.
Moving on.
Anyway, so I do not have enough caffeine for this shit.
No, you do not.
No, I never
Stop.
do.
Stop.
So, Colette, with your 28, as you're standing there, it takes you a second to recognize the scent. So there was the fire in the Dreamscape Theater. There was the flaming serpents. There's a lot of conflicting smells and scents and smoke and everything all in this area because, you know, there was and blood and copper and blah blah blah. You have, and again, pulling it up for my viewers, knowledge. Colette is a rookie and has the occult specialty. So, you smell. It takes you a second. But coming from within, you can...
Oh, did we lose Spidey?
Excuse me. All right. Coming from within, you can smell some incense, something almost like frankincense, something almost like myrrh, some other scents that you know are used in a lot of high-level rituals. There's a couple scents that you can't identify them enough to say this is St. John's or whatever, right? But you can identify it enough. I know that was used in a ritual that is beyond my fucking understanding. I don't know what it's called, but I remember that smell. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, scent memory is a powerful thing, too.
Yes, it is.
Like, it might have just taken me back to recognizing a situation,
Yes.
too.
And specifically from what we've talked of your Colette's family history and the type of hunting that they did, a lot of it comes from your early training like that. You don't... It's been too long, you just don't recognize the names, but you recognize the smell as, oh, this is some of that danger magic. Okay. If someone is Oh, go ahead.
I would say something out loud, but in a French accent.
So what are you
what
telling
would you
them?
say?
I'm telling them about the ritual. Like, there's some powerful dark magic here.
Interesting.
You
So-
smell it in the air.
You know that?
I can smell it. Can't you smell this?
No, you sound a little crazy there, Colette.
Just because I perceive what you cannot does not make me crazy.
Fair
She kind of
enough.
like looks down her nose at her.
So, Colette...
Fair enough.
God damn. Colette, please make for me a mental acuity plus knowledge check.
A mental acuity plus better than you check.
Ah, fucking French.
Her being French has nothing to do with her being a bitch.
That is that is... Oh god, correlation, not causation?
Yeah.
She is a bitch and she is French? She is not a bitch because she is
She's a child,
French.
she's a mother.
I fucking hate you.
I love that song.
Yeah.
Alright, so, continuing on with our focusing. I love it.
We're the best at it.
Yes. So, you got a 20. That is not enough to identify the ritual. There are like 6 or 7 different rituals that you are aware of that use these ingredients, the ones you can pick out, but you just don't know enough to narrow it down to identify it. It's you do narrow it down with your 20 enough to know this is a ritual you would not feel comfortable doing on your own.
Right.
You do not have the skill to pull it off.
But because I can smell something like that, I assume that either someone has been or is currently in there that does know this ritual and is that powerful.
Yes. You're pretty sure. Again, you'd have to go in to be sure. You're reasonably certain that the ritual is not ongoing right now.
So it's just faint enough that it's like burnt out or
Yeah.
whatever.
So.
Okay. Everybody went quiet for a second. I thought my headphones had broken. I'm gonna look at Crimson a little bit confused. And were there any steps past setting the timer? Did they need you to log into something or anything like that?
Buddy? Would I know?
No.
No. I'm sorry, I don't know. They just handed it to me. Oh, go ahead, buddy. I'm sorry.
No, you're saying exactly what I was about to tell you. Go ahead, continue.
They just handed it to me and said, if they see a tear, just use this thing. And I felt a little jolt when I turned it on, and that was it.
Yes.
They
Now,
handed it to her and we're like, son, you're on your own.
with your tech usage, your rookie level of tech usage, Emor, this thing. So if you remember, I told Crimson, huge surge of power. Not sure if it just has a lot of juice or if it's shittily put together. With your ranks in craft and your ranks in tech usage, even though your ranks in craft aren't specifically electronics, because remind me, your craft is pharmaceutical, right?
Yeah.
Okay. This thing is fairly well put together. It's still clearly put together by the lowest bidder, but it's decently put together. You also felt the power when you grabbed it.
Oh, the power.
It wasn't as severe as when Crimson did because Crimson powered it up. You didn't. It was already had been running for a second when it got to your hand.
Did it take power from me?
That's an interesting hypothesis. Would you like to roll for it?
Yes, I would.
So, mental acuity plus tech usage, please. While you're
You
doing
know, they have
that,
0 in tech, I think.
you have
but
0 in
That
tech.
much juice for a sensor?
You never know.
It is right now.
Will you two stop it? Will you stop it, Isis? Hold on, I'm sorry. I'm trying to find. Where's tech on here?
Down at the bottom of the skills section.
Yep.
Technically, it's 0. And mental acuity, you said?
Yep.
Give me a
So,
second.
based on Crimson's role and whether or not they say anything out loud, with your 30 Emor, you may put together some additional information. Or I may have you roll for it, so give me just a minute.
I got 21.
All right, Crimson. Do you know what a capacitor is?
Isn't that the thing that takes you back in time?
All right, ladies and gentlemen,
That's all I know.
the stream is done. Fuck all this. No, that is I love you, Fee. Bottom of my heart. So that is a flux capacitor.
Yes.
Extremely long story short, and very layman's definition, a capacitor is basically a one-time use battery. It stores power and then releases it all at once. It's a little more complicated than that, but for this purpose, that's what a capacitor is.
Okay.
Another example would be like the starter of a car,
Yeah, I understand that.
right? Once the starter jolts, the car and the car battery keeps it going, but it needs that starter.
Oh no.
You were the
So that mean
starter.
it needs me to use it?
It needs a person.
Okay.
Now, I also
I'll-
want to clarify, you are enhanced, Crimson.
Yes.
You, as an enhanced, are cut off from magic as it is understood in this world.
Yes, I am.
So why is
So
this
this is
thing
a
using you as a starter?
Oh, they wouldn't be using me then.
No,
But
they
it
did.
was.
Really?
So this is a completely different kind of technology based on a completely different kind of thing than what we understand technology as it is.
Well, I say that all to you, and you just said that to me.
Yep. And that is the thought process
that
you
right?
figure
You
out
just
when
said
you're
that to me.
30.
Huh?
Super, do you say that out loud, what you said?
Yes. In that kind of like dreamy, crazy voice, like tinfoil conspiracy style uh, epiphany realization. We're being played.
I agree. I think so too.
So, it is one of those nobody knows that it's happening, but everybody knows that it's happening things.
Oh, okay.
Like, nobody can prove that it can happen. And if you talk to... Give me 1 second, okay? You can stay right here. Let me finish what I'm saying. Like, if you talk to a news organization or your higher-ups or your boss, no, we don't test or do experiments on the enhanced. We don't test the enhanced like that. You're people just like us. But everybody knows somebody who knows somebody who knows a friend that disappeared when they became enhanced. And everybody has heard rumors of black vans grabbing up enhanced, and etc., etc.
Hmm.
Does that make
This-
sense?
Yeah.
That much
Okay.
juice, that kind of juice for a sensor, we make sensors. Starlight Network makes sensors just for this kind of thing.
I'm part of the Safe Haven network, though.
Right, but we sell to Safe Haven.
What's up?
We sell to everybody. We're the Starlight Network.
Okay. I didn't know you sold to us.
Everybody buys stuff from us.
It's
Safe
not
Haven
working
Network
on
buys
the
stuff from
PS4
us to
right now.
compete against
Give me a few
the
minutes. Let
the
me finish
morning
the
after.
stream and I'll see what I
Do
can
they?
okay?
the morning after buys stuff from us to compete against Safe Haven.
So maybe it's
We're the selling to both sides kind of guy. I burn the books.
Huh. Okay. So then what is your organization planning to do? It sounds like it's all coming from your organization.
Oh, probably is. This is probably a Starlight Networks product. In fact, with as shoddily as it's put, as quickly as it's assembled, as in basic plastic parts, it probably was a Starlight Networks assembly.
Hmm. So then what do we do? If we're being played, so what do we do?
But this is strange. Why does it need so much juice just to do sensors? Why do we need this kind of technology for a sensor? What are we really here for? Did they give you jobs?
I was supposed to help the innocent and find and take readings of tears.
With this?
Mm-hmm.
Readings.
Mm-hmm.
Did they give you any kind of...
No, they just said point this at a tear and take a reading. And I'm sorry, I do what I do. I do what I'm told because that's how I was brought up, man. Parents were in the military.
I don't think we should point this at the tear.
You don't think so?
No.
Well, what should we do with it then? Put it in our pockets? Or leave it somewhere. Because we can't take it into the tear if we go into the tear. Do you think so?
I think that's what we do with it.
Maybe we should go into the tear. Colette, what do you think? Colette?
I do not know.
How do you feel about going into the tear, though?
I am fine with it. I am expendable.
God damn.
Sounds like you have a little bit of daddy issues.
Well, it's a chance. It's a chance. And I'm not saying we're going to survive it. I'm not saying we're going to make it. But if we get this tear under our control.
Maybe we can get the other ones.
No. That gives us something to stand on and compete against these guys with.
Mm-hmm.
Because if we just secure this for them, for our various organizations, it's just, if we do happen to survive, that's a bonus for them. If we don't, then they just write us off as another casualty, another cost of business. But if we go through the tear and make them think we died, and then come back. With all the resources on the other side of that tear.
We'd have the upper hand.
Maybe not the upper hand, but we'd have something to negotiate with. Did they give you jobs, Colette?
Oui. C'est classifié.
Understood.
Sorry, excuse me. C'est classifié.
Whatever she said.
They're trying to take my house.
Are they?
They took my kids. They took my wife. They're trying to take my house.
That's some bullshit.
You have children.
I did. They were killed by a mob.
I'm sorry about that, man.
So, out of character, after the first tears, again, this is mostly for the new listeners. Sorry, I don't mean to interrupt the amazing RP.
Yes, you do.
No,
You hate it. You're jealous.
I am a little jealous. I'm not gonna lie. There's a reason why I DM and you guys are the players. Like, you are amazing at this shit. But so 5 years ago, the first tear opened, the first rip in reality. Again, exposition for the new listeners. These tears are rips in reality. You can go through them. There's land on the other side, resources, etc. Potentially. The problem is, if a tear opens, it has a chance of making anyone within a certain distance of it enhanced. This makes you a player character, it gives you a host of new abilities, but it cuts you off from magic as it is understood. Because a lot of the especially early level abilities are very subtle things, or things that are easily confused as just not being powers. For instance, the Lover's Destiny has an ability that increases your agility for a little bit. That's nice. That's awesome. But the average person is not going to notice that they went from a 2 to a 3 or 4 agility. Not really. Right? Not to the point where they couldn't explain it away. A lot of people assumed these tears just cut you off from magic. And it does this regardless of how powerful you are. For a while after the first tears open, it was known as the Night of Screaming. Or the Night of Screams. Basically, a lot of vigilante justice, a lot of mobs, a lot of these enhanced aren't enhanced, they're infected, and we can't risk it spreading. So we're going to make sure it doesn't fucking spread. That is what Emor is referring to. So, sorry for the interruption. Wanted to give some clarification to the new listeners. Continue, please.
So we have to decide what we're going to do when we go in there, because once we get in there, there's no turning back. We can leave now. We can tell them we found nothing, and then they can send in the stabilization team to stabilize the tear.
That wouldn't be any fun.
We can survive and live another day under this, wondering where we're going to get our next meal.
I personally, I think we should go, because if there are any innocents trapped in there, I would like to bring them home.
Without this, I have nothing.
So
Then here we go.
Yep, let's go. So, what's next, Bitey?
I'm going to hand the sensor back to you after unhooking it from my laptop.
Now I'm just going to put it in my backpack. I have a backpack, don't I? Okay.
You have to run those readings.
Hmm?
You have to run those readings. The thing's probably remotely connected back to your organization and mine.
Bitey, would I know how to run those readings?
Yeah, you know how to run those readings.
I run the readings.
Say it again. I'm sorry. I kind of zoned.
I said, would I know how to run the readings and send it back to my organization?
Yes.
Okay, I do that, and then...
All right. Because you have no ranks in tech, it will take you a minute, but you can do it without needing a roll.
Okay, cool. Then I think we should go, guys. It's now or never.
All right. So, are you guys going inside the grocery store?
Yes, we are.
Yes, we are.
Awesome. Yep. As soon as all of you walk in, I want you to make for me a endurance plus athletics check.
Not awful.
Oh, I got a 21.
All right. Waiting on Colette. There we go.
Yeah, chill.
I'm sorry, did I rush the dice?
Well, I was looking up the stats or whatever, and then all the dice kept rolling over top of the numbers I was trying to look at.
Ah. Oh. Are you mocking me?
Mock, mock, mock.
Are you mocking me? Are you mocking me? Are you mocking me?
Give me 1 second. All right, sorry about that. So, as the three of you walk inside, you are immediately hit by, let me make sure I'm saying this correctly, basically pulses of sensation. All of you are able to shake it off fairly easily. It is very much residual, ritual-based magic. Now, none of you need to make a roll for this. The difference in the Shattered World between magic and ritual magic. Magic tends to be internal. You are casting it. So for those of you familiar with more classical D&D style games, a wizard or a sorcerer would be magic. Right? I am the one causing this. Ritual magic is when the magic has nothing to do with you, and you're basically putting quarters in the cosmic vending machine and getting the magic from the vending machine. That is ritual magic. You're using gear and components and resources, etc., to make an offering to something out there, capital O, capital T, and it is sending power forth, and that's the magic. All of you, as soon as you walk in, it's almost like a heartbeat. The waves of the pulses, they're very faint. They're just strong enough to be noticeable, but not strong enough to fuck with you. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect. So, as you walk in, feel free to move your characters a little bit, but you're all right in that area. The brown rectangles give me one
Are they
second.
shells?
Yes.
What kind of wood are they? Or are they metal?
Focus. Let me finish my stream, and then you and I are gonna hang out, and I'm gonna get that stuff working for you.
Okay.
But I gotta focus, okay?
Okay.
I love you very much. All right, go play. Sorry. Hey. All right, sorry about that. So, the brown rectangles that you see are shelves. This is a grocery store. The yellow are where the shelves were broken and pushed down on their sides. That's
Okay.
debris. It's shit ripped off the floor, or bleh, stuff ripped off the shelves and just strewn. Any of the yellow is treacherous terrain 1. Treacherous terrain, again, for those of you that are familiar with a D&D or Pathfinder style game, it's basically difficult terrain. The number is the number of additional squares entering this cost. So normally, if you have a movement of 6, you can move 6 squares. Entering this yellow square here will take 2 movement rather than the normal 1. Treacherous terrain always has a number associated with it. That number is the number of additional squares it costs. So if I had said it was treacherous terrain 3, moving into this square would take 4 squares of movement.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Okay.
This is all, the yellow is all treacherous terrain 1.
Okay.
Emor, you have the schematics for this pulled up on your iPad. Or you have the schematics for this, the whole mall on your
my
iPad.
S
Yes.
pad. My
S-pad,
Starlight
yes.
Networks pad.
That's right.
S-pad.
Your legally distinct pad. I'd say PADD, but I think that's Star Trek. So, down here, the brown square with the little, let me zoom in, with the little computer in the chair, those are basically checkout lanes. Here, we allow our cashiers to sit down.
Oh, nice.
We're dystopian. We're
That's
not
how you know
assholes.
this is fantasy.
Right. We all got to get our fantasy elements in somehow. I chose basic customer or basic employee things because that's a fan. Anyway, over here on the right is a small deli. Fresh baked bread, sandwiches, that kind of shit. Up here on the upper right is a storage and bathroom area. And then here, the red, green, and blue squares. These are 3 different ritual zones. Lying in the center of each, I say lying, standing up in the center of each is a body.
Like just a body, like
Just a body. It appears to be frozen.
that's fucking creepy.
Yes. And to further...
Would that be significant to somebody who with occult knowledge?
Yes, it would. So, with the occult knowledge, I want you to roll one more time. Give yourself an additional +2 bonus.
But then I can't use my macros. Let's see,
I
it's...
set up my macros, so
I did it so my life would be easy, and then he keeps throwing all this random crap at me.
That's right.
Mental acuity plus knowledge plus what?
Plus any bonuses.
How do I find my bonus?
Let me look at your character sheet. 1 second.
Oh, I don't have anything in bonuses except for evasiveness.
All right, Colette's character sheet. Your knowledge total is 3.
Mm-hmm.
Your mental acuity is 3, so that's 6. Plus 2 is 8. So yeah, you just have a +8 bonus.
Okay. The 2, I didn't know where that came from.
So the 2 is based on your earlier check.
Okay.
As well as the conversation that's been going on.
Mm-hmm.
That is me giving you a circumstance bonus, basically.
2d12 plus 8.
Yep. This is, again, high-level magic.
Mm-hmm.
Your family probably knows of this magic.
Basically, my siblings and I were just tools that they pointed at the problem.
Yes. You
can't... there,
Colette. Right. You can't think off the top of your head any member of your family that you can even think of that would be strong enough to do this, to do something like this.
Mm-hmm.
Crimson, you do not have any ranks in knowledge, correct?
Hold on. No, I do not.
Okay. And Emor, what are your knowledge specialties? Business. Hold, please.
You're greatly underdressed for the situation.
You may roll.
I may roll?
You may roll. Make a mental acuity plus knowledge check. So, one of the things about the Shattered World, rituals are something players can learn. Rituals are basically one use. You would learn the ritual, and then at the beginning of the day, or whenever you want during the day, you would pay the ritual cost, spend the time, and enact the ritual. typically, the ritual lasts until you decide to use it, and then it gives you a one-time effect. All of the rituals are separated based on your different knowledge specialties. So there are rituals specifically designed to be occult based, behavioral science based, business based, etc. Because again, this world is one where magic has been known and studied right alongside any other science. So, yeah, that's fair
Yeah,
time.
26.
All right. Sorry, it wasn't. There we go. It didn't show me your roll. Sorry. All right, 26. So, the green area, the ritual that was used. So, the ritual I'm about to tell you, this is the closest ritual you know to what was done. It's almost like this was the car, and then they put a shitload of aftermarket parts on it to the point where it's barely recognizable as the car, if that makes sense. So the basic structure of this ritual is the ritual infrastructure restructuring. It is a business specialty ritual. Normally, what it does at the beginning of a construction project, you target one building already created, that building is destroyed, and the new project has its cost reduced by half the cost of the destroyed building, plus an additional amount equal to your aptitude in knowledge. So normally it's one where you basically break shit down and then rebuild it. That is the basic building blocks of this ritual. However, it's wrong. Every ritualist has their own little tweaks to a ritual, their own little foibles. One may insist that this ritual has to be used with an onyx rod 3 inches long. Someone else may insist that no, it has to be a fucking walnut rod that's 9 inches long. And for that ritualist, they're both right. But they'd be wrong if someone else tried it, if that makes sense. This has so many different modifications, and just like the body for one should not be there. You know what the basic is supposed to be. You don't know anything else. Go ahead and talk for just a minute. I will be right back. I apologize.
Place is creepy, man.
Someone was here before us.
Yeah, you think so?
Colette said she smelled a ritual.
Mm-hmm.
I know
These
think
are
she was crazy, but
these are rituals that we see here.
Fair enough.
the footage was scrubbed 20 minutes before the tear happened.
It was?
Yeah, the security footage jumps from 20 minutes before the tear happened to when we got here.
Interesting.
In fact, about the point that I gained access to the security system. Like somebody turned it on for me.
Do you think that perhaps it was a failsafe?
Could have been. But you remember what that one monster was saying to us?
What was he saying? I can't remember.
Telling us we were getting played.
It's true. Didn't he call us something?
Pawns.
Pawns. He called us pawns.
English is not my first language.
Think of chess. You know chess?
Oui.
I was never good at it, but at
I'm
least I know what
sorry.
that is.
I'm back, and I just heard, do you know chest? We.
Oh.
What the fuck did I miss?
In France, we call it e-shake.
Okay.
No e-shaking on this stream, please.
No, we were just discussing that the monster has said we were pawns, and Colette said that the English is not very good, and I said just think of chess.
Ah. Okay, that makes sense. I was really confused for a minute there. So,
Mr. Buddy hates this one weird trick.
Oh my god. Is it focusing? Because I fucking hate focusing.
Right.
So,
10 more minutes.
At this point, everybody, actually not. So, it is currently 11:50. As longtime viewers know, at this point, we typically do a raid of another stream. So, we are going to end our stream here. I know we're in the middle of some fun, but that gives you a reason to come back next week. Cliffhanger, bitches.
Expertly done.
That's right. And then our season 2 got canceled. Oh.
Oh no, don't say that.
Don't do that.
Don't do that.
Don't you put that evil on us.
Don't you put that evil on us, Ricky Bobby. Don't you put that evil on me.
For everybody that knows or doesn't know me, I was raised by movies, so you're going to hear a lot of that from me.
Yes.
Same. Movies and music.
That's right. Parenting is hard. Movies are easy. That was our parents' generation. So.
Yes, it was. My mama sat me down in front of Nightmare on Elm Street when I was 3 years old.
Oh my
god. There you go.
Yep.
Child's Play for me.
Yep. Lethal Weapon, Child's Play, fucking Nightmare on Elm Street. I saw good ones. But let's see. I think this one is in English. That one's definitely not in English. Let me sort. Yay! That one's not in English. You're fucking lying to me. So, Lost Shaker of Salt. We are gonna do the...
So that's more damage.
Ah, shit! Sorry, it randomly started talking.
Wee. You killed? Yo.
No! Stop talking. Too many buttons. Sorry. I know technology.
No, you don't. You need technology versus mental acuity check.
That's
fail.
right.
Fail. I'm not even going to roll. I failed. So, before I set up the raid, I just wanted to fill y'all in on next week. So, next week, I will not be available for a couple days. Our extremely long story short, our Tuesday and Thursday streams will not be happening. Nor our Monday stream. Look, I have a thing. Anyway, Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday streams will not be happening. Sunday, next Sunday, which is the 16th? Yes.
Yeah.
At 10 a.m., the Shattered World stream will be happening as normal. Alright, did I spell this correctly? Probably not. Alright, so everybody, I am starting the raid now. No, I am not.
In theory.
I do not like how the raid works.
What do you have trouble with, buddy?
There we go.
No. Okay.
So,
Good.
raid is starting now. Everybody, take care. I love you. Be safe. See you next time.
See ya.
Goodbye.
Bye. Thanks for hanging out with us.